Now, in a minute, I'm going to be talking to Doireann Shanahan-Bell, a radiographer from UHW, about the great work the frontline workers are doing. And I want to give a special mention before I forget it for the Shine a Light initiative that's taking place at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. That's Saturday night. The Shine a Light initiative, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. And it's going to be fabulous. It's a national initiative calling on all communities everywhere to create a moment of solidarity with all frontline workers, healthcare workers, anybody who's in the transport business, shop workers, to basically get a light out maybe on your phone or whatever, or a candle, and show that. I think it's a really, really nice idea. Another nice idea people are doing is writing letters and thinking about other times. It's nice sometimes just to let your mind head off and wander. And got a lovely message from the Landers family in Lismore. Hello to all the Landers families. I know there's a few of them in Lismore area. And Clodagh Landers, she's only 15 years of age. She wrote this little sort of a letter, a kind of a little poem, I suppose, a letter. And her proud aunt Mairead sent it in. And this was thinking of good times. And I asked her to send it in on WhatsApp last night, and she did. So here's the little thing that Clodagh Landers wrote while she's in lockdown, thinking about, I suppose, sporting matters.
On our bank in Fraher is where we will be. On a warm Sunday evening sounds perfect to me. Friends, family, supporters, who knows? We will all be there to see how it goes. Managers, trainers, selectors and more lead their team out the dressing room door. The chat stops and the crowd almost flinch when the black and amber step onto the pitch. The start can be slow, the start can be fast, as long as the sliotar ends up between the posts. The rivalry is big, especially with the locals, and some of the crowd know how to use the vocals. When the ball is thrown in, it's time to get moving, and it really gets exciting when the forwards start shooting. The backs do their best to keep the ball away from Bull, but when it gets too close, they just have to pull. When the final whistle blows, you hope for the best, but if the result is bad, we will still love our crest. We go home, put on the kettle, and usually have a lot to say, but really all we're doing is waiting for another day.
And well done, Clodagh, for that, and thanks for sending it in, and all the family, Laura and everybody. Doireann, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Damien. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. Good to talk to you. You're a radiographer from UHW. I know you're currently off work at the present, and you got a great response on Facebook there recently, an idea to help frontline workers. Tell us what you did and what did you ask people to do?
Yeah, so unfortunately, I suppose, as you said, I had recent surgery and I've been unable to help my colleagues in the radiology department in UHW during these unprecedented times. So initially, I kind of organised a small Amazon wish list and put it out on Facebook just to really lighten up a dark day for some of the frontline staff there at University Hospital Waterford. And I taped the video. It was a bit long, but I suppose anybody that knows me, I'm not short of a word count. But I really thought it would just be a few friends and family that would donate, but within 24 hours we had about 3,000 views and the orders just started coming. So I thought it would be really good then to involve maybe a local business, and I think our local businesses need all the support they can get during these times. And so I rang Mulligan's Pharmacy and they were absolutely fantastic. They got on board straight away. And I created a Mulligan's wish list so the people of Waterford could opt for a click and collect service. So, it really kind of just took off from there. I just can't believe the support it got. Waterford people have just been really amazing. And the orders are still coming in. I'm just really overwhelmed and grateful for it all. So.
Yeah, it's a nice little, it's a simple thing to do, and again, some of these things work, some of them don't, but you seem to hit a nerve, I suppose, and hit a thing that people thought, yeah, this is good, and that, I suppose, comes from your own background as well, as you say, because you're in the medical sphere, so you know exactly what. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I suppose it's something I miss terribly. I think when you're a frontline worker and you're not in work, you feel a little bit helpless, and you really want to help your colleagues. I suppose we also saw those images of healthcare professionals around the world, with their faces, some skin damage on their face due to the PPE, and I just really wanted to try and do something, but I never thought it would take off the way it has. I suppose there's been over 10,000 views and my house is jam-packed.
Go on, sorry.
Sorry, I just got cut off there. Sorry, and so the people of Waterford, they've donated 85 pairs of wipeable shoes already, and there's a huge amount of toiletries that have come in. Mulligan's Pharmacy, I suppose, have really been a highlight for us. They've got some suppliers involved, like Clarence sent these beautiful gift sets with messages of thanks on them for our staff, which I think is just fabulous. AmberMed.ie have sent some Oxylent multivitamin sachets, and Vici have sent some lovely skincare products. So that was a huge amount of products, already to go to the staff. I sent out a message to a good few people, and Britvic got involved. They've sent over 70 cases of Ballygam water and Club Orange and snacks to the staff, and Arkeen Quality Food Stores have got in contact, and they're going to send a few small surprises in a couple of weeks to the staff, so that's fabulous. But the local, I suppose, community have just been fantastic. St. Paul Scout Group, my boys are Ruan and Tiernan are members. They have given a big donation, and Bohemians Football Club, again, my husband Dan is coach and player there, and my boys are, and they gave a large donation. I'm sorry, there's probably a lot to thank here, David, if you don't mind. Waterford County Scout Group and Bagprint.ie and the staff at Deals Lisduggan, they came together and gave a large donation, and Quench Cafe, a Kingfisher, surprise Dungarvan, and St. Declan's National School. All the parents and teachers there got behind us. But I'd really like to thank, I suppose, on post, the staff there. Our postman, Gary Richards, has been working hard every morning, and they really are unsung heroes in this time,
They really are, yeah.
They really are, and I suppose I'm from a family of frontliners. My dad was a paramedic in UHW for 30 years, and I have 5 aunts that are nurses, 2 presently in University Hospital Waterford, and my sister Niamh Morgan is a nurse in UPMC Whitfield, and my brother is a medical scientist in the lab in Wexford. So I've got lots of cousins that are radiographers and nurses and speech and language therapists, so I'm very proud of them all, and I'm glad that we've kind of got behind them. And I'd just like to really thank one of my closest friends and colleagues, Paula Ryan. She's been great for the support and advice along the way, and listened to me ramble on about what I should do next. And Order Malta also got in contact last night, and they're going to help deliver the items to the frontliners up in University Hospital Waterford. So
Super.
Big shout out to them. And I'll be killed if I get off air and I don't say happy birthday to my niece, who's 6 today, Saoirse Morgan. Yeah, and really, can I just thank the people of Waterford? Their, support and kindness and generosity is really overwhelming, and it really makes me so proud to be a Waterford woman. And it's clear that you really value all the sacrifices your frontliners at UHW are making for you. So I think that's just fantastic community spirit.
It is. I can hear the emotion in your voice. Listen, Darren.
It is, yeah.
Thank you so much.
I just got some beautiful text messages there this morning from the ICU and the Pine Ward staff and radiology staff, and I said to them, you're making me emotional before I even go on air. They're just, really, really kind, and I think they really appreciate all the support, which is really what it's all about. And I suppose I have to put a shout out to our local people. John O'Shea and his wife, Yvonne Manning, I sent them a message and they really got behind it, and it's like extreme kindness and generosity they've shown. It's really shown through Waterford spirit, which is really what it's all about. And Keith Barry, I suppose, the illusionist, he has got in contact, and he's promised to put on a free show for all the University Hospital Waterford staff when this passes. So who would have thought that would have come from this bedside video a few days ago, And
Darren,
so I just
thank you so much. You're very, very good. Listen, thanks so much, and mind yourself and take care to you and your family, okay?
Okay, thanks, Jamie. And
thanks, Darren. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Darren Shanahan Bell there, thanking so many different people. And if she's left anybody out, she just wanted to remind me to say that she has more on Facebook and wants to thank everybody for all they've done. You could hear the emotion in her voice. And that's what we're doing in this, secondly, this hour of the programme, saying lots of positive stuff. We're going to say happy 86th birthday to Kay O'Brien from her sister, Maura. Another text in from somebody. Angela Flynn like to thank all her lovely neighbours for the support and dinners and the filled blas for dropping them off. Happy Easter and thanks to all. Well done to the Ursuline Primary School for all the work they're doing. Kitty has texted in, a lovely text from Kitty, a lovely text in from Ursula, and well done to you. Happy birthday Caroline Walsh from Leanne, Jackie, Audrey, Marie and Yvonne. And if any texts that I don't get, just send them in afterwards and Jeff will hopefully get them out after 12 o'clock. Damien, can you please give a special mention to the youth's parents and staff at Manor St John Youth Services for their amazing video? I've had a look at it. It's really, really good. My granddaughter says, this texter, Robin Brady, happy 21st birthday. Happy birthday, 21st, Robin. Fair play to you. Hope you have a good day. Party is on hold. A Tramore listener has said, the caravan parks in Tramore are not open, contrary to what some people are saying. They're not open. Jimmy has texted in to say, anybody who's going to their holiday homes, they should be stop pussyfooting around. They should be fined and sent home. That's the way it should be. And a lot of people texting in about the clip that we had regarding John Mullane earlier. They wanted to hear it again. Asher, go on, go on, go on. Here is John Mullane, I loves me county by. Tomás Diaguit. Go home to Carfod. We had you on yesterday. You were planning to run 65 miles, effectively running round your house in on Rhine and raising money for Cystic Fibrosis Ireland. I know you're still... Are you walking there at the minute, or what are you doing at the minute?
Yeah, I'm walking, yeah. Just,
getting your breath. You started at 4:30 this morning, did you?
Yeah, about 20 to 5, yeah, to be precise, yeah, that's correct.
And you're walking and running around your house. How many times do you have to run around it, to go around it?
I think it equates to 2,096 laps.
2,096 laps around your house. How many times have you done it now, or how are you keeping a track on it? Have you a little clicker on your phone?
No, I have a GPS watch, Damien, and I'm not actually counting the individual laps. I'm just, the distance I'm doing is on the watch.
And how much have you done so far? How far have you done so far?
I just got over the halfway mark there about half an hour ago.
So what, you're up to 22, 23 miles at the minute, are you?
No, 35 miles at the moment.
35 miles?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. There will be a low on the way. I'm expecting it. It just depends when it's going to hit. I don't know, but we'll deal with that when it comes. But other than that, the head is good, body is good. Can't complain, really. Life is wonderful.
Janie Mac, Tomás. How are are you wearing special runners now, or what are you? How are the calves on the backs of your legs?
Pretty good. I believe it or not, yesterday morning I woke up and had a bad enough pain underneath my knee. It was an old injury, but I was kind of fairly nervous about that situation. But thank God it's after holding up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be in for a severely horrific day, I suppose.
And I know we didn't encourage people to go to see you, obviously for social distancing purposes and people not to travel too far. But in terms of, is there a few people passing by out at the gate wishing you well?
Oh, there is. They're great, and they're coming in very sparse times. So
yes.
There's never more than 5 or 6 people here, and they're always spread out. So that's not an issue whatsoever. People are very good. They understand.
Yes.
So there's no issue there.
And
have a table out the front for the kids. They can take away a few sweets. So that'll keep them happy for a little while.
And are you eating on the go? Are you stopping at all? Or what are you doing? Or how are you going for a wee?
Well, I just stopped for a wee there about half an hour ago. That was my first one.
First one? Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm probably severely dehydrated, but
that was my next question. Like, you'll have to keep water and keep hydrated.
Absolutely. And it's after heating up a bit now. It was okay until about 10 o'clock, and then whatever breeze was there has eased off. So starting to get a little bit warmer, but no, I can't complain.
Well, we won't keep you too long because we don't want you to get out of breath. What time are you due to finish in terms of it all going well, please God, and you don't suffer any calf strain or old Korean War wounds or anything?
All going well. It's difficult to say, but around the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock mark, hopefully. I'll be happy with that.
My goodness.
I don't want to be going into the night time, as they say.
Oh.
But Damien, can I just thank everyone for the donations so far?
Yes.
The response has been absolutely phenomenal, and I just want to thank everyone. You've been great, and you know what, Damien? People are absolutely brilliant when it comes down to it. Not that I doubt them, but when the chips are down, your neighbours and your friends are always there to support you, and it's very important in times like these. And that's all I have to say, really.
Oh, no, it's wonderful. It's phenomenal what you're doing. We wanted to come back to you, and I'm delighted that we're able to catch up with you now as you're doing it. And well done. And anybody that wants to follow you, as I said, Cystic Fibrosis Ireland, there's links on your page or Facebook and things like that. Do it now, because what you're doing, Trevor, is phenomenal. You're walking and running and jogging 65 miles around your house more than 2,000 times. It's just unbelievable. So congratulations, well done. Stay safe and mind yourself and stay hydrated and take care of yourself, won't you?
I will, of course. Thanks, Damien, and thanks to WLR for giving me the plug. Much appreciated.
It's our pleasure, Sean
The
Drowan.
local radio station is very important for that kind of stuff.
Yes, yeah.
And thanks again.
Sean Drowan was on to us from our sales team down in Dungarvan there about it, and to everybody in Shannon Fubble and Ryan, you're doing great work. Listen, Tomás, slán go fóil agus tóga bugé, okay?
Gur míle maith go Damien.
Slán. Tomás de Fuiche there, us on Ryan, unbelievable. Trevor, how are you getting on?
Good, Damien, yourself?
I'm good. When you hear things like that, Trevor, you just go, oh my goodness, what people are doing to help other people and charities and stuff like that is just phenomenal, isn't it? What's happening out there?
It's great to hear things like that there, Damien. It really show how good people are to kind of really drive it behind it as well, like, you know. So
yeah,
our own event, the Bunny Run. Obviously, we do it there for the Crumlin Children's Hospital. I was actually only on to the lads in the hospital there yesterday, Damien, and like this is having a major knock-on effect for them, like, you know, where they really rely on the fundraising throughout the country. And the lads were only telling me yesterday that they reckon the fundraising is going to be down 50% this year, which is absolutely massive. Like they're going to find it hard to survive, they were saying, without the fundraising. But yet you have kind of you have lads like Tomás there, and they're making the most of a bad situation.
They are.
You know?
And the reason we wanted to have you, and I think Jason's on the line as well, Trevor Swift and Jason King, deferring the Bunny Run. You gave us a lend of the Bunny outfits for our little video piece for the children Easter Bunny thing. Thank you very much for that, lads. Jason, you hopefully put this on again, defer it. We might have a Bunny Run in September, please God, or something like that, will we?
No bother, Damien. Yeah. Good morning, Damien. I hope you're all keeping well. Yeah, hopefully, please God, Damien, all going well, that we'll be able to host this event later on in the year. Look, we were disappointed having to cancel the event. We actually made the decision before the government did. The day before, we said, look, we can't go ahead with this for the safety and public health. We need to postpone it. So we did. We had a lot planned, but look, all that planning has not gone to waste. We're ready to roll once we get the all clear. And I think it's important to note, you know, that it's a huge event for Waterford. It's a huge event for the Children's Hospital in Crumlin from a fundraising perspective. And we want to make Easter Sunday possible for people later on in the year. And we're going to have a big party, please God.
Yeah, we really will, yeah. And Trevor, it's just nice to think that if something is deferred, it is only going to be deferred. And the people that do all that great work, and you yourselves do marvellous work for Crumlin Children's Hospital. It's one of those fundraising things that people want to say, God, we really need to keep that going because they're our most vulnerable. And it's fair play.
Damien, and as well, like, you know, we made a call fairly early. We had a kind of contingency plan in place that this is not going to be cancelled. We have a lot, like, we have all the Easter eggs got, medals got, goodie bags got, everything is in place. So as soon as we get the go ahead from the powers that be, all we need is a couple of weeks to, like, your good self to promote it for us. And that, as silly as it may sound, we'll still have Easter Sunday, whether it's August, September, as Jason said. We'll still have the Easter Sunday, the Easter Bunny Run with the chocolate, the Easter bunnies, the Easter theme to it. So the kids are not missing out, the runners are not missing out, and most importantly, the charity won't be missing out. I think that's the important one here, you know.
That's the important thing, yeah. And it'll be excellent, won't it, Jason?
Very good, Jamie. Very good. You're on fire this morning.
Exactly.
That this event goes ahead from a fundraising perspective, specifically. That Crumlin are going to lose out big time this year. Their charities under pressure, as are many charities across the country. But we really need to honour this if we can at all. And support that cause. Fantastic cause.
Super. Listen, Trevor Swift and Jason King, thank you so much, and to everybody involved in that charity in Bunny Run. Hop off now, lads, and take care of yourselves.
Damien,
that's all, yokes.
Damien, just a quick one, Damien.
Go on, Trevor.
A mate of mine coming up there on the show there, Bim Connor. Just don't give him too much. Don't give him too much of a big head, because since this Facebook Live came along, he actually thinks he's a celebrity. He's Lionel Richie. He's Lionel Richie walking around. So give him a bit of a cheer there.
Good luck.
Jason,
thanks, Damien.
See you, Trevor. Take care, lads. Mind yourselves. Take it easy. Trevor Swift there and Jason King. Frankie texted in, no, don't play any more Bim. He said, we'll text in and we'll play some more stuff in a little while. We're going to have David Hayes talking about how entertainers are still entertaining during the lockdown, hopefully talking to Danny Murray in Dungarvan as well. We're going to have an Easter message from President Michael D Higgins, especially for you, and lovely text in from Susie Walsh from Highlight Productions, herself and Brian. Hope you're keeping well. Anyone looking for a little bit of spiritual guidance over the Easter weekend? The nationwide programme is featuring Waterford tonight, featuring Dean Maria Jensen, Bishop Fonzie and the sisters from Glencairn Abbey and the Island of Ireland Peace Choir. That'll be lovely tonight on Nationwide. Have a great Easter, says Kit. Thanks for cheering us up each morning. Damien, I was woken at traffic passing I rode it between 5 and 6 this morning. Haven't heard so much traffic in the last fortnight. I wonder, are people heading off for the long weekend, trying to avoid the checkpoints? And Law Brella Honna, I think it's Shuni Trohig, I think it is, from Anshana Fubble, who's 10 today from all the Morrisseys. Diagwit there to everybody there. Keep your texts and comments coming in. 083 333 975. Let us know. What's your favourite online entertainer at present? Who will you be listening to over the weekend to brighten up the weekend? A big shout out to Sean Lennon from Lismore Park, who's 21 today. Lots of love from Susan, Gary, Jamie and Sarah. So many other texts coming out and people texting in about all their different favourite entertainers. And also testing is still a major matter. I got tested 12 days ago, still waiting for results, says this person, and other people saying the same thing. A lot of people texting in also about Debenhams. They're going to miss Debenhams a lot, and a special hello to all the staff. A number of people texting in about a rescue that took place with 117 and Bunman. I think it was on Wednesday, and it was a caravan or a camper van or some kind of visitors that weren't from the area, and just want to see if we know any more about that. Guards doing a great job, says this person, but I work as a healthcare support assistant. It's making our job a nightmare being stuck in traffic as I'm over and back over the bridge around 4 to 5 times a day. So there's some of the issues that are happening there regarding that. We're going to be playing a lot of music, a lot of happy stuff in the next while. And here's an uplifting message from President Michael D Higgins, especially for Easter.
This Easter 2020 is a challenging time for so many. All of our Irish family, and particularly those abroad, are very much in the thoughts of loved ones during these difficult days as we strive together to come to terms with the coronavirus and its consequences. Over the past number of weeks, all of us have awoken abruptly to changes in our way of life. There is an uncertainty, anxiety and fear to be overcome as the coronavirus takes hold in our communities. We've all been asked to take more restrictive measures in order to stop the spread of the virus. Measures that would have been unimaginable just a few weeks ago, and which have presented a challenge to our resolve, to our way of life, be it how we work or socialise with others. As the number of coronavirus cases rises and the global death toll accumulates to shocking levels, it would be easy to become overwhelmed. Sabina and I are greatly aware of the pain and suffering so many of you are experiencing in different ways. We send our deepest sympathies to those who have been bereaved in recent days and weeks as a result of the pandemic, those who are ill, anxious and concerned. We know too how difficult it is in so many ways for those who would wish to be with loved ones for whom they are concerned, but whose protection requires that they stay at a distance. All of what we are asked to do now is about saving lives, slowing down the spread of the virus and caring in the ways that have been suggested to us by medical advice until a vaccine emerges. May I take this opportunity again as President of Ireland to thank all those who continue to work tirelessly and selflessly to keep communities, wherever they may be, healthy and safe. The many Irish medical staff who are providing the highest standards of care, not only at home but across the globe. To all of you responding to this crisis, including those in retail, pharmaceuticals, other vital sectors providing essential goods and services, such as maintaining the settings for medical care, buíochas ócraí. The Irish community abroad, which extends to some 75 million in its widest definition, is a community united by its roots to Ireland, but also by these shared values that our Irishness embodies. Sabine and I would like to convey the sympathy and solidarity of the Irish people at home to our wider global family, as we share together in our different places a response to this challenging crisis. A response that I believe will lead us towards a further strengthening of the values of empathy, compassion, inclusion and shared humanity. Values that have always defined us as a nation and which have been so much in evidence in recent weeks. Irish people have always made an enormous contribution to the nations in which they've settled, be it temporarily or permanently. And you continue to do so at this time of great need. To those of you abroad, may I express again how deeply grateful I am to those of you who are reaching out a hand of friendship and support to your fellow Irish immigrants, in particular to those who are ill, bereaved, or in particular need of assistance at this challenging time. To know of your compassion and practical assistance is of great comfort to their families and loved ones at home. Easter is a time of hope, of rebirth, of new beginnings. That is what is central in the various religious services, the transcendence of suffering. Nature in its renewal offers us perennial hope as we deal with these difficult times. Just as the seasons change, this crisis too will pass, but its severity and magnitude are to a large extent in our hands. Cahamid our Mishnah Gavuskult is a kunyal onaskomemi dreid and ashari a yukik. At Easter, we're asked to muster our courage, keep faith with our possibilities so that we can be ready for our renewal. In keeping with the Easter message of hope, Irish people are being asked to place a light in their window tomorrow, the Saturday before Easter Sunday, a time so important in the symbolism of our Irish independence. Sabine and I will light lanterns and place these at the doors in Áras an Uachtaráin, symbolising our shared solidarity and offering a beacon of hope in a time of darkness. The days ahead may continue to be difficult, and for some I recognise they are more difficult than others, such as carers. But what a memory it will be, and legacy too, when the virus has passed, to know that we gave of our best, and what a valuable memory it will be, that we continue to save lives that would otherwise have been lost, by cooperating and working with the measures suggested to us for the good of all. As President of Ireland, Maruk Tran Héireann, I send you Easter greetings wherever you may be, and wish you well in your solidarity, vigilance and tenacity during these difficult times, when we are tested like few other times in recent memory. In the shadow of each other we live. May the hope and peace of Easter be with you all. Berbach.
I want to say a special hello to all our listeners abroad as well. We've listeners in many different countries. Breda in Germany has texted in. A big hello, please, especially to all my family and childhood friend Anna Elliott in Griffith Place, whose birthday it is today. So many other people texting in. Well done to Doireann Shanahan Ball, a star in these hard times. Love Hilary, Connor and Emma. Can you please thank the lady who handed in a locket that I lost in the range this morning? I'm so grateful. That's from D. Damien Ray O'Brien is doing online videos singing fantastic ballads. People should check out his Facebook page. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. And Margaret has phoned us in to say hi to all the staff and patients in St Joseph's Hospital, to Anne Caton in St Enda's ward especially. Last night, because of the time difference, I wasn't able to talk to him this morning because it would be too early. I managed to catch up with Richie Hayes. He's doing a concert on Sunday. We're going to be talking to Bim Connors in a little while, Danny from Dungarvan. And I spoke with Richie about the concert that he's doing online. Richie Hayes in Florida. Hello.
How are you?
We're great, thanks. We're okay here. Yeah, Waterford's doing good, as you know. So far, so good compared to many other counties. Things are very tough over there with the COVID at present.
They are indeed. It's a very scary experience, and as we are all over the world, and it's very unusual because I suppose this is the biggest thing that has happened since I've moved here. You know what I mean, in terms of living your life day to day, and they are slightly handling it differently to Ireland, and I say that because I've been with the Irish TV on here all the time, and the Irish radio, like yourselves, and keeping in touch with Mum every day, and so we're very aware of what's happening at home, and then we're comparing and contrasting that to here, and you can guess from what you're seeing on TV as well, it's not as stringent. And it makes me a bit worried. So we're just, as Mum says, just do the Irish thing, which we're doing, you know. So we've been self-containing ourselves since the middle of March.
Yeah, and how's the family?
So we're all healthy and good. They're good, you know, in terms of right now, in terms of COVID and the things, we're all staying safe and healthy, and we're in regular contact with each other as we always are. But, you know, obviously, with Dad not being around, the captain of the ship is not with us, and you're trying to deal with that, and then this on top of it. So it's not exactly the easiest time. But look, I don't sound like I'm whinging because everyone has gone through.
No, I understand
a lot of turmoil, and at the moment. But as Mum said, things weren't hard enough. Now we're trying to deal with this as well. So it's been a bumpy road for us.
Yeah, and to have lost a loved one and somebody so close as your dad in the recent past is very difficult, and a special hello to your mum this morning. On a positive note, the entertainment continues, the singing goes on, the show will go on, and you're doing a lovely thing this Sunday, is it?
Yes, this Sunday. It all kind of kicked off. I'm going to do another live show. I know loads of different musicians around the world, and especially at home in Ireland, are taking to the whole Facebook Live thing and entertaining the people. And I suppose we kicked off our element of it on Paddy's Day, because David, who I know has been talking to you as well, was with me until basically the 16th of March, because David's been part of my journey over here all the time, and we managed to get about 2 or 3 of our potentially 15 shows in. And unfortunately, they were all cancelled, like some of the other musicians as well. So we decided to do the online concert on St. Patrick's Day, not thinking we would get any kind of reaction that we did to it. It was up on 50,000 views, and with the last time I checked, and we had a ball. So we just said, look, let's do another show for people. Because, as I said, our American audience has grown quite a bit over here as well, and a lot of our audiences are in the 50-plus communities, which are completely shut down as well. So we're still trying to get the entertainment out to those people, and it's nice to be able to do my bit at home as well. So the reaction we got, it was just, I said, here, let's try and make people smile for a while, you know.
Yeah, very much so. And I know there'll be a bit of emotion there, and I haven't spoken to you directly. My deepest sympathy to you on the death of your father, and obviously we had a nice piece, as you say, here, and worked out nice little tribute to him, and we'll do something bigger, please God, later in the summer. What's going to be the highlight of the show on Sunday? What are you going to be singing? Give our listeners a little bit of it, because I know there's a lot of people are going to be listening. And what are you really looking forward to? Give me 2 songs you're really looking forward to belting out.
I suppose, listen, I just want to say, just to recap on what you just said, I didn't really speak on air at all. I know David was on with you some time ago, and John and that, but I can't thank WLR enough for the coverage that they gave Dad throughout his life, and especially when it all came to it. You really stepped up, and it just made us very, very proud and humbled that people like yourselves were doing that for him. So thank you, and again, thank you to
least we could do,
Waterford County and Waterford City. You know, it really, I've stood in front of big crowds a lot of times over my career, thankfully, but to stand on the altar that night or that day at Dad's funeral, and as sad a time it was, my God, did it take our breath away to see the amount of people that turned out for him, and it was something we'll always remember. But moving forward on a happier note, I suppose we did put out on the different pages on Facebook and so on, and social media, about, look, send in your requests, what songs do you want? And a lot of the stuff people are sending is, I used to love your dad singing this, I used to love your dad singing that. And like, you know, I have been known to rob a couple of songs on my dad over the years, and my God, my plan for the future is to continue his legacy in terms of his song collection and his songbook. So a lot of the songs that we will do, I know, I suppose one song that Eric and I spoke about this morning is that we will do The Keeper of the Stars, which I actually, some way, I won't say sang at Dad's funeral, but I did perform it in some shape or form at Dad's funeral, so I do intend doing that. And there'll be some musical theatre numbers as well. Obviously, St. Patrick's Day was all Irish stuff, but obviously with the American audience that will be tuned in, we'll do some Irish stuff. But we're going to do an hour. Last time we did 2.5 hours, and I just think it was a bit too long. So we'll do an hour, all done well. We want people to tune in on either YouTube, on my channel on YouTube, Richie Hayes, and then you can get us on my Facebook page, my personal one. But the best thing, anyone that's not connected to me on my personal page, just go to Richie Hayes Music on Facebook and like it, and then that obviously allows you in. But a lot of people are not on Facebook, so that's why we're streaming to YouTube as well. You don't have to be connected in that way. You can just go to my page and up it comes.
No. And that was some of the interview I did with Richie last night. David is on the line. Are you there, David?
I'm here. I mean, yes. I'm here.
It's a bit emotional listening to himself, isn't it, from Florida? I know you talk to him quite regularly, but that's the first time Richie has spoken to us regarding the death of the father. And how are you keeping?
We're good. We're good under the circumstances, like everybody. Dealing with the coronavirus, but on top, having to deal with Dad's passing as well. But like, there's loads of people out there having to deal with people passing away and not being able to give them say goodbyes, So we were very lucky to be able to give Dad the send off we gave him. So we're thankful for that. So
and
good side out day by day.
That's it. How are entertainers entertaining and keeping going? We're going to be talking to Bim Connors now in a minute. The online concerts is just taken off a little bit, hasn't it? It's great.
Well, the entertainer that never comes out here really, so people are still anxious to get, to be performing. And I think what they're doing is great. I know I haven't been on myself. Well, I've been playing with Bim, announced to everybody. That's me in the background playing for Bim.
And speak of the devil, are you there, Bim? You are?
I'm there, Damien. Thanks for having me.
There you are now. There's Bim on the line.
There's the man himself, yeah.
Say hello to each other. Bim, say hello to David.
How are you, Davey? I'm making me very famous.
You're making me famous, yeah. Fair to you. You're entertaining the people. That's what they want. People stuck at home they still love the music. So it's great to see people doing it, and there's some great new talent out there on Facebook. I was never one for Facebook, but to see so many people, up performing and doing it. And in fairness, I have to say, David Hennessy ran a lovely thing there with Holly Ryan and all these the students, and the amount of talent is there, is really good. And I have to say, we have to give Conor Halpin a mention. Conor is trying to entertain the kids there as well, so everybody is doing their bit, and Tucker, and there's so many, and there's so much new talent out there,
There really is.
And Bim. Yeah, so it's great to see.
I'm going to have to let you go, David, because I want to get Danny on the line. David, we'll talk to you soon, and you mind yourself, okay? And I'll keep him on the line. Not at all. Listen, God bless. Take it easy. Bye-bye. David, Bim, you're there. Tell us, you've got, you've got a lot more. This is really taken off, isn't it?
It's great to do something like that for the people, Damien. Because when they following the pubs for so long, it's nice to be able to give back something to them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and tell us, what time is your show on? Are you doing a show this weekend?
8 o'clock we start. Well, at the Waterford people say it's Bim's time, it could be 15:15.
And is it strange doing your numbers to a camera on a phone or on an iPad? Is it strange, or do you get into it?
Well, after a couple of songs you get into it, Damien, but Davey's saying he's not used to Facebook, but I'm only starting on it with the last couple of weeks. He's at it with 10 years, he's telling you lies.
And you're getting a lot of nice texts and comments as well from people.
Straight to the people where I was reared in Northern Grania and Larchville, and friends where I grew up, they're all mad about it.
Yeah, they really are. Yeah, no, it's brilliant. And do you think you'll keep it up afterwards? Will you keep it going for the next, as long as this lasts? You will?
I keep it going as long as it lasts, Damien. Once I don't get hoarse, and once the people stop clapping, I'll stop singing.
I want to give a special mention to Danny. I think Danny is there from Dungarvan. Are you there, Danny? Danny Murray, good morning.
Good morning, Damien. How are you all?
We're great. We've Bim on the line there as well. Danny, you're doing the entertaining as well, and you're enjoying doing it online. I know it's a strange way to do it, but
I do, yeah.
Needs must, as they say, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
And what time are you doing your concert at? Do you have it at a regular time?
I do. I play it down the evening, around 8 o'clock.
Around 8 o'clock, yeah. So people can follow you online and get you through Facebook there. Listen, gentlemen, continued success to both of you and keep it going. And I know you make people happy, and that's what it's all about. Entertaining to a live audience in real time is making people happy. If they're not there, I know there's a lot of people that get a lot of joy out of it. So keep it up, gentlemen.
Thanks, Damien. Thanks for having me.
Not at all. Bim and Danny, thanks so much. Good to talk to you, and take care, lads. And thanks, Danny. Mind yourself. God bless. And everybody in Dungarvan and West Waterford, and to Bim as well. Thank you very much for all your contributions for the show. It is phenomenal, the amount of texts and comments and calls that we're getting in. Thanks so much to Audrey and to Laura at reception and different days. Thank you everybody in WLR that have been doing marvellous work keeping things going and keeping the COVID out. Thank you very much to Kay for an Easter card. Kay, lovely Easter card. Thank you for that. Thanks to Julie for producing earlier in the week, and to Maria for producing yesterday and today. Really appreciate it. We're going to play a little bit of Keeper of the Stars by Dick Hayes just to see us out. Have a great weekend, folks. Stay safe. Keep your social distance. It is difficult out there, but remember, we are doing this for the greater good.